Why study at the Faculty of Food and Agriculture? We have a long-standing reputation since the Imperial College of Tropical Agriculture started in 1921. That's right, we're celebrating 100 years of excellence. We also have a wide range of programs and facilities, like our large working farms at Mount Hope and Orange Grove, the University Field Station, and the Agricultural Innovation Park, giving you the best agricultural teachings of our great outdoors and even greater indoors. This gives our students an ideal blend of theory and practical learning, putting science into practice. At the faculty, you'll find a close community which will welcome you into the FFA family, making lifelong friends and lasting experiences along the way to your degree.
Good evening and welcome to another session of the UWI St. Augustine series of virtual open days. Over the past few weeks, the campus hosted information sessions and focused specifically on undergraduate and postgraduate admissions and financial services. If you missed any of these sessions, you can view the recordings on the UWI St. Augustine Facebook and YouTube pages. My name is Dr. Gas Bursary, and I am the Deputy Dean, Outreach and Internationalization from the Faculty of Food and Agriculture. And I would like to welcome you to the best faculty at the St. Augustine campus. I think you would agree with me when I say that we are the best faculty because your presence here today shows that you have an interest in learning more about the programs that we offer and the process to be part of a 100-year tradition. We will do our best to address your questions because we truly are looking forward to welcoming you to the UWI in this centenary year. During our question and answer segment, we will answer as many questions as we can. After today's session's end, you can still contact us at dean.ffa@sta.uw.edu. And please remember, we're committed to assisting however we can. Let me give you an idea of how the program will flow this evening. First, you will hear from the Faculty Dean, Professor Wayne Ganpat. Following the Dean, you will hear from the faculty's heads of department about the programs that we offer and learn also of the career paths that you can possibly embark on after studying with us. At the Faculty of Food and Agriculture, we have 3 departments and many programs of study. And this evening, our heads of department will tell you a lot more. After hearing about the department and the programs, I am sure you will have lots of questions, which we will then get to in the question and answer segment. However, feel free to share your questions throughout the program, as our team will be compiling them as we go along. Well, let's get started. I wish to now invite Professor Wayne Ganpat to formally welcome you to this evening proceedings. Professor Ganpat.
Well, good evening to all, and thank you very much, Dr. Gas Bursary, my Deputy Dean for Outreach and Internationalization. I want to welcome all attendees here this evening, in particular, all the prospective students of the Faculty of Food and Agriculture. I also wish to welcome any parent or parents or guardians in attendance this afternoon. We value your presence, and I'm very heartened and appreciative to see your interest in the Faculty of Food and Agriculture and what we have to offer you, as will be outlined this afternoon. But first, a little bit about the Faculty of Food and Agriculture. The Faculty of Food and Agriculture is the first faculty on the campus. Many people don't know that. As a matter of fact, it celebrates 100 years this year. In August 1921, the West Indian Agricultural College was formed at St. Augustine and was established to serve the research and teaching needs for the entire British Commonwealth. In 1924, the Imperial College of Tropical Agriculture, or ICTA as it's commonly known, was formed and continued in that long tradition. The new administration building that stands on the faculty right now was formerly the Imperial College of Tropical Agriculture. And here we are today, after several name changes, still serving the research and education needs of the entire Caribbean with excellence and with pride. The faculty's name is somewhat misleading, and sad to say, the word agriculture in Faculty of Agriculture turns away many people, many students, and also many parents. Many say they don't want their children to become involved in agriculture because of the stigma associated with agriculture. But I want to let you know here and now that we are a very diversified faculty, probably the most diversified faculty across the campus, offering a wide range of programs beyond our flagship BSc program in agriculture. We offer programs in nutritional sciences, consumer sciences, food service management, entrepreneurship, marketing, geography, and programs in the environment. Such a broad range of programs, we are certain there is a program that fits your career goals. The various heads of department will speak in a little more detail about the programs and the possible careers associated with each. Careers either as a salaried employee, or as you will see in several of the videos we have for you this afternoon, careers that you can make for yourself. One major outcome of the COVID-19 crisis is that we all offer all our programs remotely. You can stay in place, whether in Trinidad or anywhere in the Caribbean, and access all our courses. I see this continuing for at least 1 year into the future. Even as things get better, we will probably still continue remotely. I challenge you to think, consider that you could complete an entire certificate program during that time. You could be halfway through a diploma program, or you could be well established in any BSc program. Think about it. Don't let a good crisis go to waste. Albert Einstein said, in every crisis, there is a great opportunity. Take advantage of this world crisis and prepare yourself for when times are better. Don't focus on the crisis. Focus on your future career. I was told of the story of two prisoners locked up in a prison cell. And one night they climbed up and they looked through a small solitary window. And one looked at the mud on the ground outside, and the other one looked up at the stars. The star of the Faculty of Food and Agriculture beckons you. Gaze upon it. I challenge you to think hard, to think long, and to sign up for our programs. We are anxious to have you here. Thank you, and I will see you again at the end of the program.
Thank you, Dean Ganpat, and thank you for challenging our potential students. And as you would know, a challenge given is one that must be accepted. The fact that you are locked onto this particular virtual open day is a testament to your interest in furthering your education and your interest in our faculty. The campus offers a range of programs across 8 different faculties, and sometimes it can be overwhelming making the right choice. You may know the career that you're interested in, but you might be unsure about the program of study to pursue. Or maybe you already know the program that you are interested in, and you're wondering if you have the requirements to enter. Hopefully, the information that will be delivered in the next segment will provide some assistance. I now invite our heads of department to share more on the programs within the Faculty of Food and Agriculture and ask our viewers to look out for some special messages from our past students. I now hand over to our heads of department. And first up, Dr. Mark Woodivriel.
Thank you very much, Dr. Eudoxie, the moderator for this evening's proceedings, the Dean, Professor Wayne Gampart, colleagues, and our listening audience. This afternoon, or this evening rather, I just want to give you an overview of the Department of Food Production. And I will start, I will start by just speaking about our mandate as a department. We've been mandated by the UWI to provide training and capacity building in agriculture in the Caribbean. And so that leads us to our mission. Our mission is to provide quality education, training, and research towards sustained improvement of the region's food and nutrition security, while simultaneously promoting sustainable use and development of agri-environmental system. We also have a very rich pedigree. Just to let you know that the Department of Food Production can boast itself as the pioneer department in the Faculty of Food and Agriculture. And probably based on what the Dean has said, the founding department in the UWI. So we have a very rich history that is rooted in a pedigree of excellence in teaching and research in tropical agriculture, which emanates from the Imperial College of Tropical Agriculture that was founded in 1921. So this year, we are celebrating 100 years of teaching, research, and outreach in tropical agriculture. And our graduates are all over the world excelling in all walks of life as great scientists, great researchers, great innovators, great educators, great entrepreneurs and leaders. Let me take you through our programs. The Department of Food Production conducts teaching and research in a wide-ranging areas, including soil science, crop science, livestock science, post-harvest, post-production technology, value addition, food quality and safety, tropical earth and environmental science, agri-environmental disaster risk resilience. In fact, the as we are going to see later on, our agri-environmental disaster risk is a new program that we have started, or that will be starting soon. Our bachelor's programs include our BSc in agriculture and the BSc in agriculture is a complete degree. Then we have our majors, which include BSc major in agricultural technology, tropical landscaping, and we have a new major now that will start in September 2021, which is the disaster risk resilience for agriculture and the environment. The difference between the BSc in agriculture and the major is the fact that the BSc is a full degree, like I said earlier, but the majors are, they will give you half of a degree, which means you have an opportunity to also do another major in combination to these majors that we are offering to you. What are the requirements for our BSc programs? For our BSc programs, you must have 2 CAPE subjects, Unit 1 and 2, although for this year, we are given firm offers with Unit 1. You can also have other A-level equivalents and a pass in any science subject at CSEC level. So you must have 2 CAPE subjects and a pass in any science subject at CSEC level. Or you can come in using the undergraduate diploma or certificate in agriculture that is offered in the UWI, or an approved diploma or associate degree with a minimum GPA of 2.5 from our tertiary learning institutions across the region. We have very exciting pathways to our BSc programs. Of course, I've mentioned one of the pathways through the CAPE program, but we have gone ahead to ensure that you are not missed out. And so as a result of that, with your O-levels, you can come in and do our undergraduate diploma in agriculture. And when you do our undergraduate diploma in agriculture in 2 years, that takes you straight to 2nd year of our degree program. We also have the undergraduate certificate in agriculture. The undergraduate certificate in agriculture is 1 year, and that takes you straight to 1st year of our BSc agriculture. And the minimum requirements for our UDA and our UCA are 5 passes at O-levels, including English and mathematics, and with at least one science subject, which may include agricultural science, biology, chemistry, geography, integrated science, or physics. So there's adequate room for you to do one of our programs. Now, let me quickly take you to our postgraduate programs, because you may be desiring, after you finish your 1st degree, or you are here and you want to do a postgraduate program. We have a number of MSCs. We have MSc in tropical animal science and production. We have MSc in value addition for food and nutrition security. We also have a postgraduate diploma and MSc in agri-food safety and quality assurance. We have postgraduate diploma and MSc in tropical crop protection. We also have a new MSc that we are starting this year. That's the MSc in food security. And all these programs are available blended this year. So you can do them wherever you're located. The entry requirement for our MSCs, it only requires you to have a bachelor's degree with at least a 2nd class lower honors, and with a GPA, a minimum GPA of 2.0 in agriculture or any other relevant discipline. And you may be wondering, what if I don't have a GPA of 2? You can come speak to us and we will guide you on how to go about it. We also have our research degrees, because the MSCs are essentially taught masters. We also have our research degrees. We have our MPhils and our PhDs. And we have MPhils and PhDs in crop science, horticulture, livestock science, food quality and safety, soil science, tropical earth and environmental science, and tropical crop protection. For you to qualify for an MPhil, you need a bachelor's degree with an upper second class honors, or an MSc with a B+ average. For the PhD, you will require an MSc with distinction or MPhil in a relevant area. Of course, you can move from a BSc straight to PhD. When you come into your MPhil, there's a room for an upgrade for your own degree from MPhil to a PhD. And we have a number of careers that you can benefit from by enrolling into our programs. You can be a biometrician, a product development and management expert. You can be a food technologist. You can be a plant breeder. You can be an environmental resource management person. You can be an entrepreneur, a farm manager, extension officer, and so on and so forth. You have very unlimited options there. Now, about our facilities. Of course, the University Field Station is the main vehicle which we carry out our field-based research and teaching. Our laboratories, we have several laboratories in the department, and these laboratories and greenhouses are equipped to demonstrate scientific, modern and climate-smart agricultural and environmental management and best practice. And our curricula are set up in such a way that it meets every type of learner. And we also deliver very exciting, like I said, we have most of our programs now are becoming blended. But of course, if we have the opportunity to be there physically, then we also go face to face. Now I want to invite you to join the Department of Food Production. This is a family of scientists, because we make science to come alive. I believe you want to be part of this great history. As together, we develop a food system that is modern, strong, and resilient for food and nutrition security in our region, not only in our region, but in the world, in a safe and secure environment. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Mahmoud Avira, Head of the Department of Food Production, for sharing the programs in the Department of Food Production, and particularly noting the importance amidst our pandemic and other important topical issues of the day. Just before we move on to the head of the Department of Agricultural Economics and Extension, we would like to play a testimonial from one of our students, Mr. Augustus Thomas. Please enjoy.
Because I did my degree in general agriculture, I was able to gain sufficient knowledge and enough practical skills experience to help me accomplish part of what you see here right now. And believe you me, what I've accomplished, you can also do it. So see you in 2021 and beyond. Thank you.
You see it for yourself. Moving on, I will now hand over to the head of the Department of Agricultural Economics and Extension, Dr. Sharon Hutchinson.
Welcome to the Department of Agricultural Economics and Extension. And I'm here to share with you some information about career parts that you are thinking about right now, and even offer an opportunity to extend to you more information about some ideas or career paths that you may not have even thought about before. Let me start with entrepreneurship and agribusiness. With this kind of field, the focus is on how to move food and agricultural products from producers through packaging, marketing, promotion, sales, and support, as well as the provision of loans and getting the product into the hands of consumers so that consumers can maximize their value and that entrepreneurs can maximize their profit. As you know, there are agribusinesses all around us, and you'll be surprised to know how really fast growing this sector is, not just in Trinidad and Tobago, but also in the wider region and in the world at large. Whether you're looking at the restaurant business, the hotel and tourism sector, agribusiness and entrepreneurship is always there. And all of these businesses need your help in maximizing their efficiencies and their profitability and meeting the needs of their clients. There are many different career opportunities as well. Many of our graduates go on to be project managers as well as researchers and consultants in NGOs, ministries, international organizations, and beyond. Some of our graduates get to travel and share their own experiences based on what they've learned with us. They come from around the region and have worked for really top-notch organizations such as the Food and Agriculture Organization, and they oftentimes hold positions such as program officers at their own ministries of agriculture. In today's world where the virtual and online environment is so important, the extension and communication degrees that we offer majors in help you to get skills in planning outreach activities and planning how to disseminate important information in nutrition, farming, agriculture, science, and agribusiness management using traditional tools like your Microsoft Suite, PowerPoint, Word, and Excel, but also bringing in your social media tools like Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And so you get to use the old and the new traditional and new mediums in order to disseminate information. And so everybody's doing this now, and this has become a growing area around the world. So that you could be a communication specialist, for example, or consultant, or just find ways to package any information that you have more effectively. In the area of human ecology, I'd like to highlight our one-year certificate in human ecology that you can do coming straight out of CSEC. And on completion of this certificate, this allows you entry into any of our bachelor's programs. We're also going to start a professional development in the certificate in institutional food service supervisor training, where if you want to manage a catering business or an institutional kitchen or a restaurant kitchen, you can get these skills in this certificate program as well. And then from there, you can go on to our bachelor's degrees, which you can also do with any two CAPE subjects, except for the BSc Human Nutrition and Dietetics, and the major in Family and Consumer Sciences, for which you also need a CSEC pass in chemistry and an approved other science subject. By the way, all our programs are very easy entry with any two CAPE subjects except for these two, the BSc Human Nutrition and Dietetics and the major Nutritional Sciences. From there on, you can also go on to do a diploma that gets you to be a registered dietitian, and I'll talk about that in a minute. As you know, the region and the world is fighting the scourge of chronic non-communicable diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, and cancers. And so they need to promote healthy lifestyles, and healthy eating is what human nutrition and dietetics is all about. Farming and Consumer Sciences focuses on fashion and design, and with a special focus on computer-aided fashion and design. And we have our own computer lab to facilitate this training. The Foods and Food Service Systems Management Program, as I mentioned before, allows you to have your own business and manage any kitchen worldwide. It allows you to think about how to cost the food, how to plan your meal prices, how to provide the flow of food in your kitchen as well, and how to manage your staff. As a registered dietitian, you'll also be using your skills to advise persons at various stages in their lives and also helping them to manage various lifestyle diseases. And this is a growing area everywhere. So you can see how our programs are on this in high demand. At the postgraduate level, we offer programs in agricultural economics, agricultural extension, marketing and agribusiness, and human ecology. And this year, we plan to offer a new postgraduate diploma in climate resilient agricultural extension and community development. This is only for 1 year full time, and it's all our programs are blended so that you'll be able to stay where you are and do any of these programs. We've had so many industrious graduates over the years. This could be you. We continue to have many activities such as research days. And I also want to highlight that our students don't just learn with us, they go on and create their own businesses, such as we have here. So you all would have seen these two past students on TV. They are advertising their seriously grounded brand of Dashing cereal, and they are our own proud graduates. And they've been able to merge the entrepreneurship, agribusiness management, and the human nutrition and dietetics all into one to create good money. And they were able to launch this program in 2020 during the pandemic. Our students also get to travel, and just before the pandemic hit and we had early 2020, several of our undergraduate and graduate students went to California in the USA at the World Ag Expo, where they were able to see firsthand entrepreneurship and agribusiness come to life. So I want to invite you to check out our website and get in touch with us so we can walk you through the process of application and joining our wonderful team in the Department of Agricultural Economics and Extension. I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Hutchinson. Diversity at faculty level, diversity at department level, combinations of programs, unlimited combination of programs. It's really up to you to now go ahead and make that decision. We have again for you now a video by one of our undergraduate students, Mr. Anderson Bisoun.
My name is Anderson Bisoun, and I'm a dragon fruit farmer. Since the development of my farm, the dragon fruit industry has since exploded in Trinidad and Tobago. I am a proud member of the Faculty of Food and Agriculture, and I'm pursuing an undergrad diploma in agriculture within the faculty. The program, together with the best lecturers, has helped me develop my farm into what it is today. I've learned invaluable knowledge put into practice every single day on my farm to help develop it. Join the Faculty of Food and Agriculture, and you too can become a future feeder in Trinidad and Tobago. Sign up now.
Hashtag future feeder, hashtag game changer. We move on now to the Department of Geography, where I will warmly invite the head of the department, Dr. Keegan Farrick.
Thank you very much, Dr. Eudoxie. Really happy to be here, and I hope everybody can hear me okay. Right, so as Dr. Eudoxie said, I'm Dr. Keegan Farrick, and I'm the head of the Department of Geography. And I'm really excited to talk to you a bit more about the two programs that we offer in the Department of Geography, which are Geography and Environmental and Natural Resource Management. So before I get into the nitty-gritties of my presentation, I wanted to talk a bit more about our exciting and innovative discipline. So when you come into our department and you actually start doing our geography and environmental degrees, our students really focus on studying the environment. And what we aim to teach students, in this program is that students will study the environment and really that, the complex interactions and the relationships among society and the natural environment. And one thing we often tell you, and we always tell students, is that geography is involved in everything because it looks at the natural environment and it looks at humans and that interactive environment. You can apply geography in all aspects of life. So it doesn't matter, what career you get into, you can take a part of what you do in geography and apply it to that career. And this is why we often like to say, that geography is really a degree that opens doors to the world. So in our program, we aim to train really unique graduates. Our graduates are able to solve, modern day and very challenging issues. The reason they're able to do that is the fact that we have an interdisciplinary program. So when you engage in our programs, you will take aspects of the natural sciences, so biology, chemistry, physics, math, merge it with the social sciences and humanities. And this really allows our students to see problems and create solutions from multiple perspectives. So a good example for you, most of you would be aware of the recent volcanic eruptions in St. Vincent. And if you look at, we have another image here of the COVID-19 cases in Jamaica. And when you graduate from our program, you're able to really look at a problem and come up with these unique, innovative solutions because you're trained in so many different areas. So when you see these types of problems, you may think about it in terms of urban planning and transportation, migration and different settlements. So where do people go after disaster or with COVID-19? Social justice, equity and geopolitics, mapping, GIS, modeling, and natural hazards. Think about water, the atmosphere and climate and meteorology, geology and our coast. And you would also look at it in terms of economics, culture, and policy. So by having this interdisciplinary program, you really learn a huge set of skill sets. And those skill sets are the things that employers really want. And I mean, this is really where jobs are headed, where different employers want graduates who can tackle things from a multiple sets of different ways. So when you do our programs and you graduate, you're going to come out with those types of skills that employers want. And that's going to be critical thinking and problem solving, key in today's world. Communication, so that's going to include things like presentation skills. So you're really going to sharpen your presentation skills and your report writing. You're going to learn a variety of technical skills, and that's going to include field. So we spend a lot of time in the field. And one of our really popular courses is actually a Tobago field course, which is done, we spend about a week to a week and a half in Tobago doing different types of field work. And you're going to look at laboratory skills as well. Students are also going to learn a variety of quantitative analyses. If you like computers, you're going to gain skills in IT, GIS, and modeling. And again, that's a hot topic today. That's where a lot of our graduates end up. If you prefer some of the more human social science aspects, you're going to learn how to conduct interviews and design and conduct and analyze questionnaires. And our students are very, very much involved in community engagement and public participation. So getting the public engaged and involved to solve these types of problems. You will learn things like policy design, project management, and teamwork, which a lot of employers are looking for. So those are just some of the things that I've highlighted that you're going to learn when you actually do the programs in the Department of Geography. So we polled some of our graduates to try and figure out where they are. And what you're going to see is that people who graduate from geography programs are involved and employed in a huge range of different areas, from climate change specialists, GIS technicians, crisis and disaster mappers, social justice activists, urban planners, remote sensing specialists, and the list can go on. So because of the multifaceted skill sets that you are going to gain from doing these programs, some of you might be thinking, well, what's going to happen to me when COVID-19, when the pandemic is done? I'm interested in certain jobs. Can I still get that job? And the answer is yes. because geography provides you with the skill sets where you can get into so many different careers. So what we see often is that, you're young and you're not really sure what you may want to do in the future. This degree provides that solid foundation for you in terms of a career path. And geography degrees are internationally recognized. This is a program that is done across the world. So when you do a geography, your geography and environmental degree here, that opens up doors for you to, to work and move and do things in different countries. So we like to think and encourage people to think broadly. So our graduates are working throughout the region. They're working in institutes like the IMA, the EMA, the ODPM, different NGOs, SEDIMA, Canary, for instance. So it really opens up a lot of doors for you when you do these types of programs. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, well, Dr. Farrick, how do I gain these skills, right? And how do you do that is by applying for the BSc major in geography and the BSc major in environmental and natural resource management, or what we call Enrn. And most of our students do this as a double major, so they do both majors. And the reason for that is that the topics are very, very complementary. So they complement each other really well. Now, you can also major in other programs within our faculty as well. So we have students that do geography and environmental technology. They do ENRM and environmental technology, for instance. These are just some of the combinations. Now, our programs are 3 years full-time or a minimum of 4 years part-time. Both majors, so for our Trinidadian students, are gate funded. And some of the best things about you doing this in our department is that you get to interact with our engaging, innovative, and very, very dedicated staff. So most of our staff are young and very up to date with all the latest techniques and tools to really give you a quality education. And our programs have all been adapted for online learning. So in other words, when you sign up to do our programs, you seamlessly be able to transition in this virtual environment. Now, when you do the BSc major in geography, some of the advantages are that you can focus in a few particular areas. So for those of you who like physical geography, like being in rivers, going to the beach, hiking up on mountains, interacting with trees and so on, you can do those aspects in physical geography. For those of you who like to interact more with people, we have our human geography program. So if you're into social justice, equity, looking at geopolitics, these types of issues, you can get into that. And for those of you into IT, modeling, you can get involved in our GIS and interdisciplinary specializations. For ENRM, likewise, you can focus on land, air, and water resources. Or if you prefer, we have areas that focus a bit more on policy, economics, and people. Or again, you can get into GIS and planning, which are really, really applicable when you're managing our natural resources. For those of you who don't have A-levels and are wondering, well, I want to get into this program and I don't have A-levels, or my school doesn't offer geography at A-levels or environmental science at A-levels, well, we have a different pathway for you. You can do our certificate in environmental geography. And the great thing about it, it's been recently revised and revamped just for you. So it's now going to be run as a blended program with a lot of online delivery. So for those of you in the other islands in the Caribbean or throughout the region, and you can't make it to Trinidad, you can do this online. So if you want some more information about the programs, especially at the undergrad level that we offer, we're actively involved on social media, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at UWI Geography. So thank you a lot for allowing me to share very, very briefly, about some of the undergraduate programs that we have in our department, and I look forward to hearing from you. So if you want to get in contact, again, find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or you can contact us on our email or check out our website. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Farrick. And I'm sure one of the key things our participants would realize is the flexibility of the programs in the FFE. We allow for entry from CSET, and we also allow for entry at Cape level. Wonderful. I'm sure many of you all thought we were done sharing those wonderful testimonials, but we are not done just yet. We have another testimonial from Satyam Ramcharan.
Hi, my name is Satyam Ramcharan, and I'm the owner of SGI Productions Food Mobile Market. Welcome to my mobile market. As you can see, we sell a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, some of which came directly from our farm, for example, our kale. We also grow scythe, celery, parsley, Swiss chard, just to name a few. Intelligence skills gained while doing my agribusiness course at the University of Faculties equipped me with the necessary toolkit to successfully open my business today. If you have any business idea, I encourage you today to sign up with the Agribusiness Management course. It helped me turn from a farmer into an entrepreneur.
Wonderful. And we have many more of those testimonials. And we're hoping that very soon that you as well will be one to provide for upcoming potential students such testimonials. Thank you so very much, colleagues, for those presentations. I will now, in my capacity as Deputy Dean, share with you our prospective students information on where your degree can take you by highlighting the possible career paths within the field of food and agriculture. Please just bear with me as we continue to move along into the program. Just let me give you some information pertaining to our gate as I try to sort out the little issue here with the presentation. So just for your noting, all nationals of Trinidad and Tobago can access gate funding to cover tuition fees only. To do so, you will first be required to get a gate ID by visiting any of the TT Connect offices with your ID card and birth certificate. Once you have your gate ID, you will then be able to log on to the eGate website and apply for funding. You would be required to apply for GATE each semester that you are registered at the UWI. Undergraduate students can qualify for 100% GATE funding. The funding percentage is known as the means test rate, which is determined by the GATE office based on supporting documentation, which is uploaded with your eGate application. So we will now proceed once again, and I will just ask for your kind attention. So wonderful. I wanted to note that we already saw from our heads of department several options across the programs of the 3 key departments in the faculty. So what I wanted to share with you all, in addition to identifying some of those pathways, was to ensure that I could show you all the importance of education to a career and where you want to go. Now, noting that as well, I also wanted to indicate to you all as a very particular group, and you will be surprised, you all are very, very special. This particular academic year, 2021 to 2022, you all are going to be centenarians. You all are going to be part of a legacy. You all are entering in the faculty at its 100th birthday, and that is something very special. So I just wanted to touch on a couple of things with you all. One, in that, where do you wish to go and what are you after? You know, many of the times we talk about having jobs, but what we really want to share with you all is a professional career development path. And if you look at this particular cycle, you realize to go there or to get to that point, you really have to have a solid education, because your education is going to provide you with that knowledge and skill. And then when you merge that with experience, you are able to now move forward to a meaningful career. And I think that is something that we want to grasp, the fact that when you go through this particular set of programs, or at least your undergraduate or postgraduate education, that you know that you are moving towards a goal of a career. So, you know, in the departments, you had various types of opportunities. You know, in agriculture, we have many traditional careers, and some of which have already been identified. But the fact is, some of the things that we don't know is that agriculture is much more than just farming. And I'm not saying that farming is not good, because you just saw the testimonial of Mr. Anderson Bisoon, and as well Mr. Augustus Thomas. But we have to recognize the fact is that there are several opportunities beyond just farming. And if you think about it, the data will show that the majority of people who actually go through, particularly at graduate and postgraduate level with education in agriculture, generally support primary production in multiple ways. So less than 2% of those persons remain as farmers, and the opportunities are there presented to you all, but we have to recognize the path to get to those opportunities. So I want us to understand the importance of the decisions that we need to make at this particular juncture in our, not just our educational career path, but also in our professional development. So you have to appreciate the fact that education is an important facet of how you would develop a meaningful career. Now, just noting that all the three heads, as well as the dean, are all career professionals, and they all had a similar path through undergraduate and postgraduate education in agriculture to get to where they are. So I just want us to understand the importance of that. I also want to touch on some other diversified areas, because as you would have heard from our heads of department, our faculty offers by far the most diversified set of programs. So if you're just thinking about nutrition and where it can take you, there's so many potential offerings there, from being registered dietitians to health educators to food scientists. But one of the things you have to recognize is that there's a strata that is present that one must appreciate. That strata differentiates where we lie and what we can do. But what is the principle that is going to get us through that strata is education. So I have it probably well defined in this particular slide, whereby you recognize that, for instance, in geography, that you have jobs that are directly related to geography. And there are a number of them there. You're seeing it there: transport planning, urban planner, environmentalist, geographer, climatologist. But then you recognize that, as again, well articulated by the head of department, because of the intricacies of geography, you can find yourself in many other public and private enterprises based on the skills that are transferable from a degree in geography or environmental science or disaster risk resilience. But importantly as well, if you continue your education beyond that BSc, the opportunities for advanced professional careers open up, particularly in looking at postgraduate studies and the professions that it brings. So I wanted to let you all take a look at this particular graphic and really internalize the importance of this graphic. And this graphic, I solely included it in the presentation to just share with you all the importance of education towards the career path and the opportunities that may present itself in that regards. Many of us don't fully appreciate the importance of our education. So if you look here, you will clearly see that the possibilities for somebody with a bachelor's degree versus somebody who has left a high school is vastly different. Unemployment rate decreases with your educational level, and as such, it resonates the importance of ensuring that you make the decision to pursue your undergraduate. And even if you look, you realize that employment for doctors, persons that have PhD degrees, are extremely low. Yeah. And it is because you are now at the point where you are a specialist, an expert. And obviously, the importance of that comes from the fact that you are easily employable because of your skills. So I want us to appreciate how important it is for us to put education on a pedestal with regards to the types of careers that we may wish to pursue. And certainly, the Faculty of Food and Agriculture provides an opportunity to support you. We may not necessarily be able to chart your path during this particular virtual open day session, but we certainly are present and we are certainly available to work and to interact and engage with you via our various social media platforms or via the other modalities of communication. I also want to use this opportunity to also say, if you feel that you have not gained all the information that you require, even after our question and answer session, that you also are invited to another virtual engagement that we are planning next week. So that information as well will be shared with you once you follow our Facebook as well as our Instagram pages. So think about it from that perspective. Think about the importance of your education. Know its significance to a career that will gratify you and a career that will be meaningful. And know that, as our dean indicated, that you are now challenged to making that decision, to being part of this faculty and making your mark in that regards. I thank you so very much. Wonderful. So moving on, I hope that we captured your attention even more with the range of programs that can be pursued at our faculty and the scope of careers that these programs will qualify you for. You can find information on our programs and associated fees on the campus and faculty websites, and the chat moderator will share the various links to these resources in the chat. Participants, before we move on to our question and answer session, I have to share with you a very, very special message from one of our very own Faculty of Agriculture graduates, Mr. Alpha Senan, telling you how his choice to study at the Faculty of Food and Agriculture blossomed into a life-changing career. Please give us your attention as we play this video.
My name is Alpha Senon, and I am the founder and executive director of Y Farm, which means we help youth farm. And we are in the business of promoting agriculture to young people, to children in particular as well. So what we do is via agri-edutainment, agricultural educational entertainment, we inspire, motivate young people to take up agriculture and agribusiness as a career option. At Y Farm, we travel all across the globe promoting agriculture to young people using our superhero characters, Agriman, Photosynthesis, and Agribots. We created the world's first and only superhero for agriculture. We developed comic books as well that is promoted on Amazon, that is promoted all across the world, and we gain a lot of partners in helping us to carry out our duties of growing fruitier feeders from the ground up. Do you know I am a proud graduate of the University of the West Indies at the Faculty of Food and Agriculture Yes, I graduated with first class honors doing a major in agribusiness, minors in entrepreneurship and communication extension. This training really allowed me to develop my skills in entrepreneurship and agripreneurship, to be able to create, to be able to be innovative and develop new business models for young people and showcase agriculture and the importance of it. You might be home and wondering what's next for your future. And more than likely, you're thinking agriculture could be your future. I want to let you all know that agriculture is way more than field production. There's so many opportunities that exist. Agri-entrepreneurship, the marketing in agriculture, and at the University of the West Indies, the Faculty of Food and Agriculture is your place to be able to find a degree option that suits you for your likeness and what you want to do in your life. Think about signing up today for the agribusiness degree, the entrepreneurship degree, and so many other options that exist at the Faculty of Food and Agriculture. Who knows, you might even be more successful than me one day in agriculture. So if I was you, I would sign up today. Sign up now at the Faculty of Food and Agriculture.
Well said, Mr. Senon. Sign up today. Options to change your life. So you see, prospective students, you can achieve more than you think. You can do so by beginning your career path at our faculty. We now move into our question and answer segment, the interactive part of the evening. You have been listening to us, and now we will hear from you. Your questions have been noted, and we will address as many of them within this period as we can. Joining us this evening to help answer some of your very important questions, we have the campus recruitment officer, Mr. Nigel Bradshaw. We have the manager of our financial advisory services, Ms. Christy Smith. We have our colleagues from the bursary, our financial managers, Mrs. Caroline Gooden and Mr. Kevin Kalu. We also have colleagues from our postgraduate studies and research, our senior administrative assistant, graduate scholarship and funding, Mrs. Sarah Kalu Bagwandin, and also a student administrative assistant, Ms. Chanel Bab. So wonderful. We ask you to continue to put your questions in the chat, and we will move to our panel immediately to field and answer some of those questions that you have posed. So the first question I have is directed to Dr. Hutchinson. And the question asks, can I do a minor with the agribusiness management special?
No, the special degree is a full degree that's already prepared in advance. So it doesn't give you the opportunity to add any other major or minor. But if you wanted to do a minor, you will have to do like the major in entrepreneurship or major in agribusiness, and then add another minor to that. And you can add any other minor that you qualified for in the faculty, in addition to a major in agribusiness or major in entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Hutchinson. I will call upon you again with a follow-up question, a very important question. What is demand like for dietitians in Trinidad and Tobago, and what kind of industries can they enter?
Well, the demand for dietitians is high, not just in Trinidad and Tobago, but worldwide. And it is a growing field because increasingly people are seeing more and more need to pay attention to their health. As people get more and more disease, they need to find different ways to manage it and even to stay healthy. So it is really becoming a very important area. And so our dietitians work in hospitals, they work with private doctors' practices, they work with gyms to provide advice to clients. They have their own businesses where they do one-on-one sessions or they do group sessions with various groups of people who may hire them to provide that kind of advice, whether it's young people, elderly, and everybody in between. some companies also employ dietitians to advise their staff on healthy eating and healthy lifestyles. So because of the diversity of disciplines in the faculty, our dietitians could not just get the core dietetic skills, but also look at some of the other areas that I mentioned, like the entrepreneurship, the agribusiness management, and even disciplines in food production to have them mix and match what they learn. And so they are always going to be in very high demand. We don't see this as an area that's going to slow down anytime soon. So I would really encourage people to get on board with this area.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Hutchinson. Don't waste any time, potential students. Apply now. Moving on, we have a question for Dr. Woodivira. Dr. Woodivira, what is the advantage of doing a UCA or a UDA program as a path to an undergraduate degree instead of following CAPE?
Thank you, Dr. Eudoxie. And to respond to that question, this, I mean, the benefit is so clear. When you do a UCA, which is our undergraduate certificate in agriculture, you are coming with your O-levels, with your CSEC, with your GCE O-levels, and you are going straight to do your UCA. And after that, you're going straight into the first year of your degree. And if you're doing the UDA is 2 years, and that takes you straight to year 2 of our BSc program. And the advantage there is that you are not waiting at the secondary school. You are already in the university and you're already being taught. And your teaching is now being channeled, or the courses that you are doing are being channeled towards the degree that you're going to be doing, rather than doing a CAPE where at the end of the day, you're now coming in to decide this is what I want to do, or my subjects can only allow me to do this or that. Already you are already there and you know exactly that I'm doing these courses, which will take me straight into my degree program. Of course, the advantage of being in the university already, it's there with our UCA and our UDA program. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Woodivira. So I just wanted to note on that point, as part of the university's AAA strategy, the agility component means that we have to ensure flexibility in what we offer. And that is what those programs affords students. The option of a 2+2 allows for you to complete that degree in 1 year less than the traditional pathways. So there's opportunity all over in the Faculty of Food and Agriculture. I would like to move on to a very pertinent question. And I want to call upon Dean Ganpat, and I'll also ask Mr. Kalu to chime in on that particular question as well. The question asks, are all the programs in the faculty GATE funded? Dean Ganpat.
Thank you for that question. The vast majority of our programs are GATE funded. Well, you know, at the graduate level, they are no longer GATE funded, right? At the undergraduate level, the vast majority of our programs are indeed GATE funded. I think the only one that we're struggling with is the Entrepreneurship program that is still before the committee for approval. But that's it. All are GATE funded, and people have to go through the normal requirements now, it means testing, etc., to access GATE for their programs. But that's my response. Maybe Mr. Kalu could add to it if you would like.
Mr. Kalu, if you may just wish to add a little bit more to the process of GATE funding. Thank you so very much.
Sure, thank you, Dr. Eudoxie, Dean Ganpat, fellow panelists, attendees, prospective students, good evening. With respect to gate funding, yes, as Dean said, the majority of our programs are gate funded. So you can feel rest assured about that. Dr. Doxy, you spoke about the means test rates just recently. So just to reiterate, the rates can be from as high as 100% to 50%. In rare cases, depends on your monthly household income. That means test rate will fluctuate between 150, sometimes 0, but I doubt it very much. We wouldn't go there. Most students do get some sort of funding when they apply. With respect to GATE funding, students can apply for GATE to cover their tuition fees. Tuition fees at the faculty, as I normally say, are very reasonable. We're talking about $350 per credit in this faculty. A BSc program in total can cost you $37,800, and that's around $6,300 per semester. And again, TT Nationals can get 100% funding for these fees. At the postgrad level, we're talking about $1,475 per semester part-time, $2,950 per semester part-time, full-time. So the fees, that's at the postgrad level. In terms of the self-financing programs, which are a little bit more expensive, we're talking about maybe $4,300 per semester. So the fees are quite reasonable, quite affordable. I want to say to prospective students, don't let these fees deter you. We are here ready, willing, and able to assist you in financing your degree at the UG level, at the postgrad level, to assist you with all your GATE issues and walk you through that particular process. We are here to encourage prospective students to be that game changer and be UE. Apply now, as our friend said in that last tribute. Yeah.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Kalu, for providing clarity on that process, as well as the options that are available to our potential students. Moving right along, I want to now ask a question to the head department of geography. The question, can a student do a double major in different faculties? For example, a double major in geography and environmental science.
Yes, students can do a double major in a different faculty. So we actually have a few students that do the double major in geography and environmental science. But we also encourage people to also check out our Enrn program as well, because it's also another good option. But we definitely, the breadth of geography really allows students to look at and do majors from different faculties. So it's a really nice combination.
Thank you, Dr. Farrick. Moving along, questions are pouring in. Dr. Hutchinson, is the BSc in Human Nutrition and Dietetics globally recognized?
Yes, it is. So as is all our programs are globally recognized, and many of our graduates want to do work and study abroad, and it is only because our programs are recognized that they're able to do that seamlessly. So and as you know, the university is accredited across the board, so we are very scrupulous in our quality assurance mechanisms. We have very high standards for our teaching and learning. We are always innovating. We're always making sure our students are able to go on field trips. We have guest lecturers come in. And so we offer a very rich experience that allows our programs to be globally recognized. So yes, they are. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Hutchinson. And moving along, I have a question now for Dr. Woodivira. Dr. Woodivira, is there anything specifically geared towards hydroponics or aquaculture?
Yes, in our BSc Agriculture, of course, we have courses that are geared towards hydroponics and aquaculture, particularly our revised BSc in agriculture. We also have, even in the major in disaster risk resilience, we have courses that are in that particular program that will help you with hydroponics and aquaculture. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for that response. Dr. Farik, I'm coming back to you. What are the specific requirements to apply for the geography and Enrn programs?
Okay. So we did post it in the chat, and I have to remember it off the top of my head. But you can have two CAPE subjects, one of which has to be either geography or environmental science, or you can have science subjects at the CAPE level, but you would also need to have geography at CSEC to do the geography program, or biology, agri-science. Okay, so I can't remember all, but they can check on the website, but you have to have, okay, so I think Dr. Towns just posted it. But you can have biology, human and social biology, agricultural sciences at the CSEC level.
Wonderful.
So it's a nice combination of things, yeah.
I'll ask you to stay right here, Dr. Farik, because there's a follow-up question here on the Enrn, and I'd just like to express our thanks to Dr. Thoms. The question reads, I would like to know the program breakdown for Enrn and the possible career opportunities, as well as how would practical elements be carried out during this pandemic?
Okay, that's a really nice question, actually. So in addition to what I say, again, you can always check our website to get a more detailed breakdown. But in the first year, students will have to do 4 courses in their first year, and those 4 courses will involve soil science, ecology, microbiology, understanding of natural resource management, and an introduction into environmental economics. And then in second year, you go into more advanced programs, advanced courses, which deal with different aspects of the natural environment. So you would cover really interesting courses like forest resource management, wildlife management, integrated watershed management, climate change management, for instance. There's environmental law, environmental economics. And then students have the choice of doing 2 electives. And from those electives is where they can, sort of focus and start to think about maybe different areas of specialization. So if you want to specialize, let's say, in areas of water and soil, you can do a hydrology course, you can do a soils course. And it's important for students to know that this particular program is an interdepartmental program. So students really get a chance to engage and interact with members not only from in geography, but from food production and from Department of Agricultural Economics and Extension as well. In terms of the how we've dealt with labs and different things in the online environment, I think it's gone pretty smoothly, and your lecturers have actually been really amazing in adapting to this online environment. They've done a set of virtual labs. Where needed, we've had special permission to bring in students, for instance, to do some of the labs face-to-face as well. But we've really transitioned well into a virtual environment. So I'll give you an example for one of the electives that's taught in the major is one of the electives I teach. And if students are really interested in, we basically created a bunch of at-home exercises for students to participate in, which showed fundamental science and for hydrology and water resources. So if you actually go on any social media account, again, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and you type in the hashtag hydrology at home, you would actually see the videos and the blogs that students would have posted for where they designed different pieces of equipment like rain gauges, or they did at-home infiltration exercises, or identify different landscape features. So we've been able to take things that we do in the lab, and we've been able to bring it at home for you, so that you're not going to be losing out on the experience of coming into campus.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Farik.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have a very interesting question. It's going to be posed to Dr. Woodivira. It says, what can UWI, but I'm thinking here, what now can the faculty do to assist me in my interest to produce my own crops?
Wow, that's an interesting question. Just come in, do our undergraduate diploma in agriculture. Mr. Bissoon, Anderson Bissoon, would have testified, and I believe you would have heard him clearly. With an undergraduate diploma in agriculture, he's doing such an amazing, what did he call it again? To feed, so that we become feeders. Together, we become feeders or something like that. So your crop production will be helped if you come and do one of our programs, our undergraduate certificate or diploma, or you do our degree program. If you have O levels, you come through our undergraduate certificate or diploma, or you can go straight if you have A levels. Come straight into a bachelor's degree, and you will realize that your problem is taken care of. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for that response. Again, don't waste time. The challenge has been set. Apply, and apply now. Hashtag game changers. Moving on, we have some straightforward questions that I hope that Dr. Farik would be able to address for us. The first question here is, your Environment and Natural Resource Management program also offered as a minor?
Yes, it is actually. And we have quite a few students who do the minor. Now, when you do that minor, what it does is that it opens up again a bunch of different opportunities for you to gain additional skills in different areas. So some of the common combinations that we often see, at least within the department, maybe a geography major and a minor in ENRM. And then a lot of students also do a minor in communications and extensions, for instance, just within the faculty. So, or you may be doing like the agri-tech major, but you love environments and you want to get an understanding of it, and you may do the minor in environment as well. So when you do that minor within our faculty, you can pick up additional minors from other faculties. So we have quite a few students who may do, for instance, like a minor in communications from humanities, I believe, or they may do a minor in economics, for instance, which really complements like the environmental economics and the policy part of the, the environmental program as well.
Remaining with you, Dr. Farik, when will the faculty commence the certificate in geography program?
So the certificate in geography is actually, it's currently running, and it will be run in September 2021.
Wonderful. Again, remaining with you, this participant said that I'm very interested in ENRM. However, I'm also interested in soil science. What possibilities are there? And probably I will allow both you and Dr. Woodivira to respond to that. Dr. Farik.
So, I mean, that's a excellent, it fits really well with the NRM. So one of the combinations that a lot of students do is the ENRM with the agricultural technology major. So they double major in agricultural technology and ENRM. And although you can do some of the soil science courses as electives in ENRM, you can pick up additional soil science classes in the agri-technology major. So it really, if you really love that area and it's something you're passionate about, you want to do, you can do that double major, ENRM and agri-technology.
Thank you,
really
Dr.
nice
Farik.
combo.
Wonderful. Dr. Woodivira, you may want to add anything more?
Yeah, just to say that when you do the ENRM and the agri-technology majors, you can, that will prepare you very well for an MPhil or a PhD in soil science. So if you're interested in soil science, I think taking that pathway will get you into our MPhil and our PhD.
Wonderful, thank you. And don't forget that education presents the pathway to those sustainable careers, because a soil scientist is a professional career option, and you really require at least postgraduate study and education for that particular title. So bear that in mind as you chart your pathway. The chart pathway is set for you, and we are there to guide you through that. Wonderful. Moving on. Very interesting question again. I think I will pose that question to Dr. Hutchinson. The participant asks, does the faculty have a program that encompasses any aspect of tourism and hospitality?
Yes, it does. Actually, with the recent closure of TTHTI, we were able to showcase some of the programs that we were doing already that really can assist students who wish to switch from that program to our program. And I want to highlight our major in foods and food service systems management as the core area that they could enter. And that is a program that helps you to manage catering business, kitchens. And when I talk about kitchens, not just restaurant kitchens, but like if you had to manage a kitchen at an institution such as a prison or the army kitchen and these sort of large scale kitchens, these are the kinds of skills that you need from a program like this. And those skills are also applicable in the hotel sector as well. If you had a more interest in nutritional sciences, then your major in nutritional sciences can also be done alongside that major in foods and food service systems management. And that would allow you to get that hospitality training with another edge. Also remember that you could combine the extension and communication major or minor as well. So there are many different mixes and matches that you can get to do to allow you to build these hospitality skills. We also have a course in ecotourism, which is elective for a lot of our students, but is very popular because, of course, our students get to travel. They get to go on field trips around the country and combine that knowledge with what they get in the other majors and minors that they do. So while it is not an exact replica of some of the more traditional hospitality programs, it's certainly some program that will get you to where you want to be in the hospitality sector. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks so very much for that response. I want to move on to two of our colleagues here who are supporting us from other departments. So we have, I want to call upon Ms. Smith as well as Ms. Kaluba Wanding to answer this particular question. Does the UWI have scholarships available that would assist with study at both undergrad and postgrad levels? So we'll start with Ms. Smith.
Good evening, Dr. Eudoxie, and thank you so much. Always a pleasure to be here and of course live with our prospective students. We welcome you and certainly look forward to seeing you virtually come September. Of course, the Financial Advisory Services Department is located within the Division of Student Services and Development. And I'm always, Dr. Eudoxie, so proud to speak about the development, the Division of Student Services and Development, because our role is to provide that type of non-academic support to all students, all levels of students. And so today, while we look at that non-academic type of support, I want to just zone in a bit on your question with respect to financial assistance. Where I sit in the Division of Student Services and Development, Financial Advisory Services Department, we offer financial aid advice and assistance to all students with specific reference to our scholarships and bursaries. Now, we have over 350 scholarships and bursaries available to students, both new students like yourself, and I'm saying that with the hope that you're going to join us in September, and of course, the continuing students. And so for the Faculty of Food and Agriculture, of the over 40 privately donated scholarships and bursaries, 22 of our donors have made it certain that they want to offer scholarships and bursaries to students from the Faculty of Food and Agriculture. That means, in essence, Dr. Eudoxie, that of the 350 bursaries available, 260 are open to food and Faculty of Food and Agriculture students. Now, just some quick facts about our scholarships. These are non-tuition based scholarships. So Mr. Kalu would have addressed the gate funding issue, yeah? He spoke about, accessing gates. Some of you would have to go through means testing. You may get 50% funding, 75%, and so, or even 100%. For those of you who are getting 50%, based on what Mr. Kalu just said, $6,300 would be your semester fee, if I'm correct. This is what I heard. The great news here is that $5,000, which is the minimum amount of our bursary, can help support you with the $31.50 that you would have to pay should you get gate funding at 50%. So at least if you access our scholarships and bursaries and you get a $5,000 bursary, which is the minimum amount you can get, $31.50 out of that can go towards helping with your tuition fees, and you can use the remainder to do other things like buy laptops, technology, technical devices, books, equipment, etc. So I just wanted to share that because these scholarships are non-tuition based. Yeah, it means that you can use it to pay your tuition, but it's not mandatory. The money is essentially yours, and we hope that, of course, you use it to further your academic pursuits. So with respect to the scholarships and bursaries, we also want to just advise that these are for undergraduate students, and my colleague, Ms. Bagwandine, will speak to the postgraduate group. These scholarships are available to full-time undergraduate students of the UWI St. Augustine campus. And of course, our donors look for the basic criteria at first, an academic merit score with a GPA of about 3.0. Some of them go below the 3.0 average, which is 2.5. And for the new students, we're talking about 1s and 2s, maybe 1 or 2 3s in there can still give you access to our scholarships. A lot of our bursaries and scholarships have a financial need component. It essentially means, prospective students, that you can use the things that are part of your existence, your GPA, your academic merit, as well as your financial need status, to access our scholarships. And so when I say that the financial need aspect is built into it, it means that the donors and the university recognizes that there are socioeconomic factors that impact your performance academically. And so they cater for that in the criteria. And thirdly, of course, your involvement in extracurricular, co-curricular activities. If you would just permit me for one more minute, Dr. Eudoxie. Please. Yeah, I just needed to share that, while these are the core criteria that the donors look for, it is important to note that there are donors who are very specific in what they also look for. So, for example, we have donors who look for students who may be past pupils of their associations, like the Past Pupils Association, Holy Name Convent, St. Joseph Convent, Presentation College. We have donors who are also hoping that students whose parents may be in the Teachers Credit Union, that's part of their criteria, that they are also involved. We have donors as well who service particular areas, students living in particular areas like La Brea, Mayaro and Guayari, persons in the St. Patrick area, St. David County. And so the criteria is so vast that it really allows students to access. So I think I have spoken quite a bit about our scholarships and bursaries. It's just to say now that our applications are online. For you, the new students coming in September, your application period begins the 1st of September to the 30th of September, and you're applying online. And I'm sure my colleagues will put the information on about our webpage in the chat for you. But please apply. It's a very easy process to access our scholarships and bursaries here at the St. Augustine campus that can help you become the next game changer. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure sharing.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Smith. Let me invite immediately Ms. Kaluba to speak about the postgraduate scholarships and bursaries available.
Dr. Eudoxie, good afternoon, and thank you so much for the opportunity of speaking to our wonderful students this afternoon. Let me get straight into it. At present, we have scholarships and bursaries available within all departments of the Faculty on Food and Agriculture for our students. Specifically, I want to refer to research degrees, and the UE Postgraduate Scholarship is available. This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity, and it's open, and I'm happy to say, to local, regional, and international MPhil and PhD research students. I want to go further to tell students that you can be an existing research student, you're currently in the program. You can be a new first-time research student, you want to start in September, and even year 3 undergraduate students who wish to commence their research degree with effect from September 2021. You are all eligible to apply. I'm really happy to say that this afternoon. In addition, these awards are $60,000 per year. All the information that I'm referring to right now, it's on the website, the eligibility criteria, the online scholarship application form, the checklist of documents are all available on the website, and I will also place this in the chat just before we complete. But moving on to postgraduate bursaries. These, I have 2 locally sponsored bursaries, and I really want to flag these at this point in time. The first one is a National Gas Bursary, and I'm happy to say that there is an internship period built into this award. So students applying for this particular bursary will have an added benefit. In addition, we have the UE Global Giving Bursary. That one is open to all postgraduate students, and it's offered by the international office at the UE St. Augustine. So just in case, students, that you've missed the application deadline date, that's all right. Both the scholarships and bursaries will be re-advertised in the next academic year. So this is important information going forward, so you know what to look for next year. But students, just 2 things before I leave you. All scholarship and bursary information mentioned just now is advertised via the marketing e-news to your student emails. And then there are some students, even if you're not a student yet, that's all right. You can access the campus e-news from the sta.uwi.edu website to keep fully updated on all the existing opportunities available to you. And believe you me, there's so many of them. That's even where I go to find out all the information that's happening within the campus, whether it's research seminars, whether it's upgrade seminars, being a postgraduate staff. I like to be up to date on which one of these scholarship students are going to be upgrading. So, because I know at that point in time, the students have to come into us and ask for 30 of the scholarship once you've upgraded to the PhD. But I'm going to leave some homework for our students for them to go and find out exactly what I'm talking about, because all this information is on our website. Finally, students, the second thing I want to tell you is that I want you to please keep revisiting and reviewing our postgraduate website, because bursary offerings are received and advertised throughout the entire academic year. And my contact information will be placed in the chat box. And thank you so much for allowing us to share with you at this point in time. Please take care and be safe.
Thank you to both Ms. Smith and Ms. Kaluba Gwandin. What resonated with me was a very large number, I think over 250. So I hope you all also noted that the opportunities for support, financial support that is provided by the University of the West Indies. And make sure that you take advantage of those opportunities in pursuing your undergraduate and or postgraduate education. I want to jump to another important area here. And I know we already had general information pertaining to admissions, but it's also important that our potential students understand not necessarily just the process, but some of the timelines that are there. So I want to ask Mr. Bradshaw to just give us a little bit of information pertaining to some of the deadlines and timelines associated, particularly with the 2021-2022 academic year application period.
Okay, Dr. Eudoxie, thank you very much, and thank you very much to all the panelists for all your contributions thus far, all the participants with us this evening. We have started since January 21st to receive applications for undergraduate study, and we will continue to do so until July 31st. Now, the process is completely online. It has been since last year, and we will continue to have it done like this for throughout. We allow persons to start off the application by entering all the information in. It takes over, it is a 7-point process. Thereafter, we ask persons to validate the information that they've entered online with formal supporting documents. These supporting documents include certified copies, meaning copies that have been carried to specific agencies like a justice of the peace or commissioner of affidavits, a notary public, or even the principal or vice principal of the secondary school that you last attended, to be able to have them date, sign, and stamp these documents. Your birth certificate, your CSEC certificate or GCSE O-level certificate, and if doing CAPE, your CAPE Unit 1 certificate for exams done in June, July 2020, those documents must be certified. We also need to receive the confirmation receipt, and also we need to receive the application fee processing receipt of Trinidad and Tobago, $90 if done in Trinidad and Tobago. If you're resident in Trinidad and Tobago, it's $30 US if you are resident outside of Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, so we're really looking forward to seeing a large number of persons applying after today, in particular, based on all the information you received about the wonderful nature of the programs that we have in the Faculty of Food and Agriculture. I'd like to vouch for them. My first degree was also too in Food and Agriculture. So we're really looking forward to be able to assist in persons with any needs that you have with respect to the applications process. The marketing team will put my email address into the chat box for you to be able to get in contact with me. I answer all your questions in 48 hours or less when it comes to applications and the admissions processes. Thank you very much, and do continue to consider participating and getting ready to assist Trinidad and Tobago and the region in developing food security by attending the University of West Indies Faculty of Food and Agriculture.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Bradshaw, one of our very own alumni. Moving on, we have a few more questions that we need to attend to. A very important question I want to pose now to Mr. Kalu. So Mr. Kalu, how should a student go about paying for their tuition if they are doing a double major degree, keeping in mind that GATE covers only one program now, and because in some cases, GATE may respond late in the semester or regarding the means test rate? Should the student simply wait till GATE responds and then pay their remaining tuition fees? What options are available?
All right, so that's a loaded question. There's just a lot of things in there. If I got it right, and help me with the pieces. With respect to, let's start with the last bit, the means test rate. We have been working with the GATE office in trying to ensure that students get their means test rate sorted out as quickly as possible. And we understand that the GATE office is doing their best to ensure that students do get their GATE means test rate as soon as possible. Because ideally, we don't know essentially how much a student has to pay in terms of tuition fees if we don't know what their means test rate is. A student could get 100% or they could get 50%. So it would actually be unfair to students to tell them to pay something if we don't know what their means test rate is. So we work with students in that regard to ensure that they are able to continue their program and go through the semester without hindrance whilst we wait on that means test rate. If they have any issues, any documentation that they need, we'll be willing to, we're definitely here to assist with that so that they could submit that to the GATE office and get their means test rate sorted out as quickly as possible. The other part of the question, Dr. remind me, please, sorry.
Oh, so the other part was asking whether if somebody is doing a double major and noting that GATE only allows you or covers one program, how do they go about ensuring about paying their tuition?
All right. So what GATE recently did was indicated that they would only fund one program at the undergraduate level. So this would mean undergrad diplomas, certificates, BScs, all would fall into that particular pool, and they would only fund one. So that's what, but students will get funding or can get funding for majors and minors. It would be at the discretion of the gate office. So what I would say to students there would be to liaise with the gate office and let them tell you exactly what they will fund in terms of, like, you know, complicated things like a double major or a major and a minor. But I've seen students get funding from the gate office for programs like that. But they would need to be in contact with the gate office and let them confirm exactly how much funding they would be able to get. But the possibilities there.
Thanks so very much for that clarification. And I'm hoping that our potential students recognizes how student-friendly all of our departments and staff is. So please feel free to engage with them if you believe that there are things that require more detailed explanation in that regards. So I'm going to move back onto some more academic related questions, and I will call upon Dr. Hutchinson for this next question. The potential student asks, I'm interested in a BSc Nutritional Sciences. I have 7 science-based CSEC passes along with a diploma in food science and technology. Will I qualify for this particular program?
Definitely. They are qualified with the CSEC alone. Once you have CSEC in chemistry and any of biology, human and social biology or integrated science, that automatically qualifies your entry. And then with the additional diploma that you can get most probably exemptions of credits for some of the programs, for some of the courses in the program. So it will allow you a lighter load to get in. With that diploma, though, we want to see you beyond the certificate and get straight into the BSc with the major in nutritional sciences. And as I said, you may be able to get some courses off depending on how long ago you did the diploma. And as well, it seems as if you might also have some additional work experience that can also be considered as part of your application. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Hutchinson. I'm staying with you. Another participant asked, I recently graduated from the University of Sutherland in the UK with a BA Honours in Business Management, first class. Do I qualify for any MSc programs in the agricultural field?
Certainly, the MSc Marketing and Agribusiness is a clear option, as well as the MSc Agricultural Economics MSc. And then, of course, there are the research degrees, the MPhils and the PhDs in agricultural economics as well. So that would be, and with the first class honors, it would be really, really a high recommendation that we get you in any of those programs.
Thank you so very much. Dr. Woodavira, would you want to chime in there with the new MSc in food security? Is that a possibility?
Certainly, that's a possibility there as well, the MSc in food security. So what I will even advise here is that the student can send us their transcript, that's the student copy, and we can assess it and give further advice.
Wonderful, thank you. Dr. Hutchinson, I am back with you again. Can I do a minor in entrepreneurship whilst pursuing a BSc in human nutrition and dietetics?
No, the BSc Human Nutrition and Dietetics is a specialized degree that is, again, pre-packaged. Everything already lined up, no room for a minor or major to add to that. So unfortunately, once you're doing one of our specialized degrees, and we have a few of them, so like the agribusiness management degree is a specialized degree, human nutrition and dietetics degree is a specialized degree. So if you wanted to do a minor in entrepreneurship, you'll have to do a major in something else, because you can combine one major with one minor or one major with 2 minors, but you can't add anything to a specialized degree. So we would want to talk to you more about where you want to go with your career to advise you properly on that. Because what we find is that depending on where you want to go, we will want to steer you in a particular direction. So we really look forward to talking to you more about, where you see yourself 5 years from now, and then we can advise better based on that conversation. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much. I'm staying with you as well. There's a few questions here. What is the length of the BSc Human Nutrition and Dietetics program?
3 years, as with other BSc programs, are 3 years long full-time. And if you're doing it part-time, we expect you to take 5 years to complete it.
Wonderful. So I'm staying here with you again. Can the certificate in human ecology be done instead of CAPE to be able to qualify for the BSc Human Nutrition and Dietetics program?
That is exactly the idea and the reason why we created the certificate program. So you save an entire year by coming in to do the certificate in 1 year, and it would accelerate your progress into the BSc Human Nutrition and Dietetics or any of the other BScs that we offer. Yes.
Wonderful. So I'm going to now just move to Dr. Farik. Dr. Farik, the question asks, if any, what percentage of the undergraduate degree in geography is done online?
So currently we offering everything online. So during the pandemic, we made a really nice transition into offering our programs online. So everything is currently being offered online. Now, post-pandemic, I think it's probably where a lot of students are interested in trying to figure out, what's going to happen post-pandemic. So we're being positive here. Post-pandemic, we envision transitioning into more of a blended learning format. So some of our programs are already in the process of being revised and approved for blended learning. And what that means is that you're going to have a mix of both face-to-face and online learning. And for students who really enjoy coming onto campus and enjoying that engagement, they'll get that through the face-to-face options. And for students who prefer the online, so we've had quite a lot of students local students who live far away, and they enjoy the online aspect because you don't have to wake up as early and you don't have to travel as much to get to campus. So for students who like the online aspect, the courses will cater to those students as well. So this type of blended approach will be able to satisfy all the students in the program.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Farik. We are winding down, and there are a few more questions that we will pose to our panelists. Dr. Woody Vera, the question is, as an agricultural science secondary school teacher with an associate degree in general agriculture, what is the best undergraduate program for me to follow?
The best degree program to follow is the BSc in agriculture, because the BSc in agriculture is already tailored in such a way that it supports those that are teachers in agri-science. So our curriculum is developed in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, and of course with other ministries, but particularly with the Ministry of Education, in order to satisfy the need for teachers in agricultural science, teacher 1, teacher 2, teacher 3, and so on. So the BSc in agriculture is your best option.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Woody Vera. We are running out of time, participants. We note that there may still be 1 or 2 questions that are outstanding, and we are currently going to engage those questions in the chat, and we are going to provide responses to your questions in the chat. I will now turn over to Dean Ganpat for our closing remarks.
Thank you very much, Dr. Eudoxie. As we come to the end of this very, very exciting virtual open day, I want to thank you very much. I think you have been an excellent moderator. I think all will agree with me that you have really done an excellent job this afternoon. You have taken us safely from the beginning to almost the end. I want to thank all the heads of department, Dr. Marco De Vera, Dr. Hutchinson, Sharon Hutchinson, and Dr. Keegan Farrick. Faculty is pleased to have such young heads of department. So I welcome you all to join and you'll feel very comfortable with them in the Faculty of Food and Agriculture. I want to thank all the staff from marketing and communication who assisted us and supported us right through this entire event a couple of weeks on. And in particular, Chanel Glasgow and Josanne Green, Miss Josanne Green, and the director I see is on the chat also, and all other members of marketing and communication. I thank them very much. Without them, we really couldn't pull off this wonderful exercise this afternoon. The Student Support Services, Mr. Nigel Bradshaw, always good to have you, Nigel. Thank you very much. And Ms. Christiane Smith, thank you very much for always being here and supporting us. We look forward to your support. The bursary has been here always, Mr. Kevin Kalu for all his long years, and I know next year we'll probably see Ms. Carolyn Gooden, who is present also. Thank you all very much. And for the graduate students, graduate studies and research department, Sarah Kalu and Chanel Bab, and in her absence was Deborah Charles Smith, all the other senior staff of the University of the West Indies that I have seen on the chat. I thank you all very much. And all my other staff from the Faculty of Food and Agriculture who came in, who answered questions this afternoon, or who are just in attendance, I thank you all. So in closing, I told you at the beginning that we have the most diversified set of programs. I am sure you agree with me now. One program is certainly for you, whether it's at the undergrad level or at the postgraduate level. This time in our national circumstance is an excellent opportunity to take advantage of downtime and access one of our programs. Do not vacillate. Register now. I am seeing the questions in the chat that many people are still thinking. Our registration process has opened since January. And people are still thinking and asking questions, but what can I do? And these questions are easily answered. And I tell you, engage us at Dean FFA or engage any one of the people that you see here, the contacts, or put a question in on our website, Facebook, Instagram, and we will get back to you. There is a program for you, and we can make your path clear. We can make that access for you. Nothing is too difficult. We want you to welcome you here in the Faculty of Food and Agriculture. Now, I come back to my personal stories as I close. I am often heartened by the stories of prisoners who use lockdown times to their advantage and to study. And they exit the prison system with CTEC, CAPE, or even degrees. Take advantage of this lockdown time. Study, engage in one of our exciting programs. Your career is out there, but every journey starts with a single step. Your single step is to sign up, to register, and to sign up for our programs. You can reach the stars one day, the stars I spoke about. You can reach those stars. I have two examples for you of people who have reached the stars. Permit me. The first one, just last week, we saw in the national newspaper where Mr. Shiraz Ali was appointed as senator in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. What an honor. What an honor to represent the people of Trinidad and Tobago as a senator. But what an honor for a graduate of the BSc Agriculture program in the 1990s. He did his BSc right here with us. And he's continuing. He is a PhD student pursuing his doctoral degree right here in our faculty. A shining example of where you can reach. You may not see it now, but your career is out there. The stars are out there. You can reach just as he did nationally. I don't know how many of you all would have seen in news. But just today, the prestigious World Food Prize was announced. An internationally recognized award to an individual who has excelled in food and nutrition and development worldwide. Many people seek this prize, and it's given out once a year. And it was awarded to Dr. Shakuntala Araksingh. And I read her profile. Profile started BSc, Agriculture, Faculty of Food and Agriculture in 1971. What an honor, what an achievement. That could be you 10, 20 years from now. With a degree from the Faculty of Food and Agriculture, the opportunities are like the stars. They are countless. I thank you for your attendance here today and all your questions. Visit our website, share it, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, tell your friends about it, invite them to another session we'll be having. Dr. Eudoxie in his closing statement will let you know about it. We look forward to seeing you here virtually in October, in September, virtually, and even, God willing, we would see you face to face sometime in the future. Take advantage of this tremendous opportunity that is upon us now to build your capacity, your human capacity, and prepare yourself for that career that is outside waiting on you. A BSc from the Faculty of Food and Agriculture can take you anywhere you want to go. We are not just about agriculture, we are about a range of programs, and you can reach anywhere if you put your mind for it, but you must start, and you must sign up, and you must register now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Dean Ganpat, for those closing remarks. And I just want to inform our participants that we do have an upcoming virtual student engagement on the 20th of May. Please just follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and you will get the information. So if you feel that you have not received all of that personal touch and information that you require in making your decision, we would once again enjoy your company, and we will want to touch you even further. Thank you all for being with us this evening. It has been a pleasure to host you. Today's session focused specifically on the Faculty of Food and Agriculture. However, if you would like to learn more about the programs that are available at any of the university's other faculties, be sure to register for the faculty information sessions, which will be hosted in the coming weeks. You can register by visiting sta.uwi.edu/virtual open day. The chat moderator will share with you a link to where you can access the full schedule and registration information. From all of us here, we look forward very much to welcoming you to the UE. And don't forget, #ChooseAction. And I just added this one, coined by Dean Ganpat, #AcceptTheChallenge. Good night, everyone. Take care. Be safe.